also being quite weak. And let's get out to Emma Blake, and reporter of the Dow Jones Newswires in Amsterdam for the latest on this market. So what do you make of trade on the AEX today, Emma?
Well, Emma, as you say, very low volume.
Argentinian partner, is that correct?
Yes, it started with Argentina. Was down. ING was actually up. So I think it is, again, the US accounting.
Hello. As Emma Blake that's joining us live from Amsterdam.
Camera one.
Up on the AEX for you. Let's wrap up the rest of the closing markets for you now. Moving over to Switzerland, as we always do. Let's have a look at the intraday chart for you. Not such a bad performance, even though we do end underwater by 21 points to 6,002. Actually managing in the last few minutes of settlement to close above that crucial 6,000 level. So a bit of a victory there for the bulls, about 0.8%. On the downside, though, Kudalski, the cyclical stock, losing 4.2%. Richemont, the luxury goods group, and Swatch Group, the luxury goods group, both losing about 2.8 and 2 points like this. Banca Nazionale was up about 3.3%. Saipem, the energy group, was up 3%. RAS also eking out a gain of 2.7%. On the downside, and Tesla BCI losing 2.6%. Banks have been very much in focus for the past couple of weeks in the Italian market, and these banks taking a bit of a knock today. And again, the telecoms also being heavily traded to the downside. Tim flat really at 443. Olivetti losing about 0.8% of 1%. Now the IBEX 35 managed to come back on the market. Interesting to note, though, in Amsterdam, the likes of Aegon and other companies that expect has also closed at this hour, the last market to wrap up for you. And the Nordic markets haven't had a bad session at all. Actually, most of these markets closing in positive territory. Scandi, though, losing over 4% in value. Ericsson also giving back some of the gains that it made on a very low base, I should say, last week. Remember those rumours about a rights issue? Another good couple of hours, and we'll be going live to the States to get a reaction on what's happening on the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500. All that to look forward to. Stay tuned.
Roll one, breaking 7, 6,
We get Sean.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go break.
Okay.
Marcus test.
Sean, I'm going to get you to pick up the back of the sting. Yeah, 5, 4, yes, 2, 1, on the sting. I've forgotten the shots here. So coming to Sean in 2, 1, mix and cue.
Welcome back to Market Wrap here on CNBC Europe. I'm Sean Walsh with the latest world news headlines.
Appealed to the International Security Assistance Force to help investigate the murder of Vice President Haji Abdul Qadir, one of the country's most senior leaders.
Roll 3.
A dozen people have been arrested and detained in connection with his
Bush
death.
next.
They're to be handed over to the force currently under the control of Turkey. There are calls for the disarmament of powerful rival factions in the country. This latest assassination underlines the problems facing President Hamid Karzai. Well, there we are. Those are the headlines breaking this hour. Now back to you, Nigel.
Thank you very much for that, Sean. Well, let's focus our attention now on CEOs. Not the most popular species at the moment, and certainly Ron Summer, not terribly popular in Germany. But it seems he won't be exiting his role as chief executive of Deutsche Telekom.
Well, as I said, people are kind of, and as it is called, it's the people's stock, and so it's very sensitive. And it could be possible that Ron Sommer is used as a scapegoat. Wall Street made quite an ambitious price, was always showed a clear path, and it was his strategy to go into the US and to go into Eastern Europe, and he has positioned the company quite well.
He's got to redeem himself.
But the question is if the engagement in the US has been too expensive.
At some point in the future, Mr. Summer does actually go. Would it have that much long-term benefit for the stock? I mean, all right, you might get a short-term bounce, as we've seen with Vivendi, but would it have any lasting impact?
I think we would see a short-term bounce.
I suppose if you wanted to be Machiavellian about this, you might think Gerhard Schroeder's got a tough election. Would it help?
Well, we have seen
as well. Nigel, thanks, and Emma, you pick up and do the US market.
55% of the shareholders.
No, you're not doing it. Nigel, thanks. Emma does the US markets, because otherwise.
And 20% of the shareholders have said that this is a major who they vote for. And that would be possible that Gerhard Schröder would take Ron Sommer and sacrifice him in order to enhance his position.
check in overseas and see how the US markets are faring. Remember, a very fragmented week last week and a really stonking rally on Friday evening. The Dow Jones coming off, as you would expect, over 100 points now. The bad sentiment being hit with drug stocks. The 2% value now to 14.17. The main focus there is, of course,
in all kinds of exciting things, not least the fact that the dollar is going down yet again. We'll also have some investment advice and looking at whether or not hedge funds are a good thing or a bad thing.
Roll 1, breaking 10,
to get your teeth into
9,
we'll see you on
8, 7, Bondi wide, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go break.
On the break, back up to 0117.
So good.
Just over 2 minutes.
7,
6,
16 roll.
5, 4, 3, 2,
1
on
on the
it.
heads. Okay, stand by, Nigel. And cue.
An accounting
6,
scare at
5,
Merck weighs on the
4,
markets as Capitol
3,
Hill starts its
2,
inquiry
1,
into WorldCom.
pause, Emma Q. Pause, Emma Q.
It's Monday, the 8th of July. You're with European.
And 2, 1, mix.
Hello, it's just gone 1800 Central European time. Welcome to the final hour of European
Emma says
Market
hello.
Wrap. I'm Nigel
Name's there on
Ross.
hot strap.
Emma Crosby over the next